What's happening, YouTube? How are we feeling? Hopefully, all is well, all is good, and all of you remain in the presence of the Most High, Yahuah. All praises to the Most High, Yahuah, and all praises to Yahusha, the one that died to his flesh for us, then died on the stake for us, then was resurrected for us to have usage of the Ruach HaKodesh. Now, as I always do, let's quicken the Ruach HaKodesh. Breathe in. Let the Kodesh, HaKodesh, filter your vessel, and then exhale. Remember, to quicken the Ruach HaKodesh is to breathe in, allow it to filter you, reset your mind, become present and aware emotionally, mentally, and then exalt the Most High when you exhale. I'm only telling you this for your own good. Anyhow, what's good, YouTube? Haloe369. Y'all know what time it is. I'm going to start off by saying this. I, by no means, am no servant of the Most High if I tickle your ears. If I'm telling you what you want to hear, or I'm telling you how special you are, unless you're special to the Most High, go seek Him. If I'm not telling y'all that, I'm no servant of the Most High. If I'm not telling you to correct your own behavior through your own discernment by reading this word, I, by no means, am a servant of the Most High. If I am boastful or I brag about materialism or material things of this world, I am no servant of the Most High. If I am guiding you incorrectly or pacifying you or your emotions because you want to do what you want to do, I, by no means, would be a servant of the Most High. If I don't tell you to hearken to the voice of righteousness and wisdom, I, by no means, would be a servant of the Most High, Yahuah. If I don't tell you to allow the Ruach HaKodesh to use your vessel, I, by no means, would be a servant of Yahuah or Yahusha. Remember, He came in the name of Yahuah. Yahusha came in the name of Yahuah. I come in the name of Yahusha. He says that if ye have seen me, ye have seen the Father. And I say, if ye have seen me, then ye have seen the Son. That's how the order goes. If I don't submit to the Son, then how should I, or would I, submit to the Father? I could not. His behavior, me matching his behavior, is how I align with the Father, which is why he said, I am the way and the truth, because he is the path to the Most High. And through him, we reach the Most High, Yahuah. So, with that being said, I cannot tickle your ears. I can make you feel good, yeah. He has sympathy for all. He has sympathy. Yahuah has sympathy for all of us. Yahusha had sympathy enough to give his life for us. Yahuah had sympathy enough to allow his son to be slayed for our iniquity. For me to just say, I am a servant of the Most High without correcting you, then I would be no servant of the Most High. I just wouldn't. Who would? If I'm spending all day telling you you're chosen and how special you are, without saying Yahuah is the one that's special, or Yahuah is the one that unlocks your gifts, or the Ruach HaKodesh, that's the one that unlocks your gifts. These things are the things that are special. We're just fleshly beings, fleshly vessels that need to be filtered and filled with the Ruach HaKodesh. I can't stress this enough, y'all. A lot of people don't understand me sometimes, and I get it. I totally understand. I was once worldly, and to some degree, I still am, because I'm still communicating in a worldly way to some degree. To some degree, because I have to have y'all understand me. I have to have you understand me. However, there's a way to do it without being profane, or without me having to curse, or without me having to lose patience. Because what are the fruits of the Spirit? Patience, long-suffering, love, faithfulness, faith. Fruits of the Spirit is faith. Fruits of the Spirit, healing. I'm supposed to speak life into you. But to speak life is to correct you, and myself as well, and to allow you people to correct me as well. That is a servant of the Most High. To come in the name of the Son. We don't come in our own name. We come in the name of Yahusha. He came in the name of the Father. We supposed to come in the name of the Son. He exalts the Father and exalts us. We exalt him. Through us exalting him, we exalt the Father. And through that, they exalt us, and we exalt others above ourselves and leave ourselves empty so they can fill us with the Ruach HaKodesh specifically. Because everything breathes. All things have a breath, which is why the term Ruach is breath in itself, but all things have a breath. And then as it comes together to solidify, they all have a frequency or vibration first. It's vibration and then a frequency. The vibration comes first, then the frequency. Frequency is how fast something is going. Okay, that's a frequency. That's what a frequency is. Frequency is a pulse, or how fast something is going. Hence the term frequent. How often do you frequent this place? How often do you frequent certain things? How frequent, when people say how frequent do you come here? How frequent do I post? I don't post frequently. I post here and there. So I have a frequency, but it's a very slow frequency. It's not frequent. It's not every day. I'm not posting every day. Okay. So my frequency it's a measurement of how often. Like when like how often. And so when you start thinking like that, and you start to observe how reality moves, well, how frequently am I thinking about the Most High? How frequent? Personally, I think about the Most High so frequently, like every day. Even when I commit an iniquity, I'm like, like if I get angry or get upset or just do something, allow something to disturb me, even though I'm thinking about the Most High at the time, my frequency gets disrupted. So does yours and everybody else's out here. So your frequency is how often. Your vibration, however, that's something totally different. Is your vibration in alignment? When you hum a vibration, a certain or a particular vibration, then other things hum with that vibration that you are producing. Okay, so what vibration am I producing at the moment? Remember, if I fill your ears with nonsense, I'm not a servant of the Most High. I wouldn't be. I would be, honestly, I would be misleading you or misguiding you. But the way, the truth, and the life, Yahuah himself said, if you just practically think of the things in order and use your emotions and your feelings, how often are you aware of how you feel? How often? How frequent? Are you aware all the time of how you feel? Because when I ask people how they feel, and they pause, they have to think about it. So that means they wasn't aware until I made them aware. So I asked people how they feel. How do you feel today? Make people aware how they feel. Speak life. To be a tree of life is to speak life. Speak correction. Hey, well, maybe if you feel this way, and then if they don't want the correction, leave them be. Let them be. Let them be. It's okay. I mean, I sit here and, I run into situations all the time where, I notice people's frequency. Like I notice their vibration, my fault. I notice their vibration and then how often they are on that vibration. I notice it and depending on what's being frequent is your dominant alignment with the Most High. Because I'm gonna read something to y'all that I just ran into. Okay, in the Word. Okay, this is Zechariah 7. Okay, now listen to this. All right. And it came to pass in the 4th year of King Darius that the word of Yahuah came to Zechariah in the 4th day of the 9th month, even in Chrysalu, when they had sent unto the house of Yahuah Sherezer, and Regimelech, and their men to pray before Yahuah, and to speak unto the priests which were in the house of the Elohim of hosts, and to the prophet, saying, should I weep in the 5th month, separating myself? I have done these, so as I have done these so many years. Then came the word of Yahuah, the Elohim of hosts, unto me, saying, speak unto all people of the land. Speak unto all people of the land, as I am doing to whoever listens. And to the priests, saying, ye have fasted and mourned in the 5th and 7th month, even those 70 years. Did ye at all fast unto me, even to me? That was a question. So Yahweh was asking them, did you fast unto me? Like, did you fast unto me? Or even to me? Meaning, were you in his presence while you were fasting? All right, and then listen. And when ye did eat, and when ye did drink, did not ye eat for yourselves and drink for yourselves? Meaning, did you eat to Yahuah or yourselves? He's asking a question. Yahuah, the voice of Yahuah, is asking a question to these people. Now listen, should ye not hear the words which Yahuah have cried by the former prophets when Jerusalem was inhabited and in prosperity. I'm sorry, y'all. Put my face in the camera. In prosperity, and the cities thereof round about her, when men inhabited the south and the plain. Which is another question. Like, did y'all basically, did ye not listen? Did ye not hear me? Thus speaketh the Elohim of hosts, saying, execute true judgment. True judgment. Execute true judgment, which is why I say, I only judge behavior. I don't judge character, because character can, like, behavior can change. It's the intention behind the behavior that needs to be worked on. Like, it's the behavior needs to be worked on, but also the intention needs to be worked on. And so he says, saying, execute true judgment and show mercy and compassions every man to his brother. Show mercy. Now, this is in Zechariah. This is before Yahuah even came down here in the physical flesh. And oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor. And let none of you imagine against his brother, evil against his brother in your heart. So he's telling them to not imagine evil against your brethren, even in your heart. Show mercy. Don't, and that's the thing. People don't understand it. I understand it. The imagine, when you imagine something that's in your heart and your mind, it comes to pass. And so he's telling them to refrain or restrain themselves. But they refused to hearken, and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears, that they should not hear. Basically, they was ignoring the Most High. They didn't want to hear it. However they felt, that's how they wanted to feel at the time. They didn't want to hear nothing about no peace. They want whatever action that needs to be taken at the time, ignoring the Most High Yahuah. Yeah, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, meaning they have hardened their hearts. No, like, they didn't want to hear correction. They didn't want to listen. And so they hardened their hearts. Let's continue. As an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which Yahuah, the Elohim of hosts, has sent in his spirit, meaning breath, sent in his breath, by the former prophets themselves came a great wrath from the Elohim of hosts. Therefore it is come to pass that as he cried and they would not hear, so they cried. So basically, he's allowing them to experience what they are making him feel. So they cried from making him cry, from making the Most High cry. Okay? And I would not hear saith the Elohim of hosts, but I scattered them with a whirlwind amongst nations whom they knew not. Thus the land was desolate after them, that no man passed through nor returned. For they laid the pleasant land desolate, meaning empty, desolate. Darkness, desolate, dead. They laid the land dead, desolate. Anyhow, these people, okay, they had harsh imaginations towards their brethren. This is in Zechariah 7, matter of fact. Just in case I didn't say it, it's Zechariah chapter 7. Okay? So, I encourage you to read the whole book, though. Read the whole book. Not just that section. Read the whole thing and understand it. However, because I know y'all don't want to struggle through me reading, I'm being considerate because I do know that I have a weird pace when I read verbally. When I read the book itself, I read pretty fast because I don't speak when I read. I actually just read it. Imagine what I'm looking at, like what's being conveyed through the message, and then I process it, and then I expound on it. I think about it. I ponder. What good is it to hate my brethren? What good is it to hate anyone, for that matter? It doesn't serve me no purpose to hate or to feel envy or to not want you to be happy, but be happy for the right reason. Have joy in the presence of the Most High. And joy in the presence of the Most High is animating and reflecting the behavior of the Most High, which is He allows. If He allows, then we should allow. If He gave free will, we should get free will. If He is sad but act not, then we should be sad and act not. If He, like Yahuah, He displayed this gracefully through His walk with His disciples. However, that was before, what I read was before Matthew, okay? Matthew, Luke, and John. What I read was before that. But even then, He was telling us to display, like even when we were to slay other nations, we were not to touch the innocent. He made it very clear. We weren't to touch the innocent. And matter of fact, it's I don't know the actual book, but it's another book in there where He instructed them to not touch the innocent, and they went overboard and were being destructive towards the innocent, and He punished them for that. Of the other nations, of the other nations, even though He attacked the other nations, like they were allowed to attack the other nations, He still instructed them to leave the innocent alone. Those that would have no harm, but those that would have revenge in their heart or have malicious intent, those were he instructed them to be slain, which were evil men, or men that would, pillage and do, unseemly things towards their captives. Okay. And he would punish them for being malicious towards those who were malicious. He didn't want them to, like, clean and justly. Don't torture them. He cut them off clean and justly. If they are malicious, if they are of malicious intent, if they are of unrighteousness, they had to go. If they were righteous, they could stay. And he instructed that. I seen that when I read it. So it's like, the way that people operate nowadays, or the way that people like kind of like misunderstand the word. Matter of fact, I heard somebody talk about talking about there's two gods, or two different Elohims in the word of the Most High. It's not two different Elohims. Y'all just misperceiving what he's delivering. Y'all just misperceiving it. Like, it's the same Yahuah. He delivers just punishment to those that are wicked, which the nations that he would have slain were wicked. They weren't, they weren't righteous, or they weren't harmonious. They didn't exhibit harmony. Okay? So when he has someone slain or conquered, it's to get rid of disharmony. When I read it, I see something totally different than what others see. And, you're welcome to, have a conversation. However, I'm not to debate my brethren. It says that in Acts. I'm not to debate y'all. I'm only to warn y'all about your imagination. Those that, even though someone may have malicious intent towards you, wish them well. Don't take them personal. I say that, but I done said that a lot of times. Stop taking things personal. Stop taking these elites personal. Don't take them personal. They just doing what the Most High allow them to do. Stop taking people that don't listen to you personal, because the Most High just allowing them to do, like, you can only do so much with, when people have their own free will. Don't be so invasive when correcting individuals. I'm not invasive when I correct somebody. And then if I am correcting, they are mine. Key word, they are within my household, within my vicinity, within my, jurisdiction to correct. Other than that, I correct no one. I let them be who they are. If I see correction is needed and they're not open for it, then I stay out the way. I let them be. But by no means am I a servant of the Most High to not allow y'all to correct me either. I will have to still allow y'all to correct me as well as correct y'all. If I'm going to put my insight out there for y'all to use the Ruach HaKodesh, or to correct y'all on how you want to perceive life, if I'm to do that, then I'm supposed to allow y'all to do me the same way. I can't sit here and just give you the word and not be open to correction myself. Even somebody that jumped in my comments talking about, you feel me? How are you boastful with one eye? And I'm not boastful at all. Honestly, I just deliver the messages that are given to me. Like, the Most High has instructed me to warn people to actually read and understand. Read it, understand it, use the Ruach HaKodesh. Come in the name of the Son. Exalt others above yourself, as I exalt you above me. I exalt the Most High and his righteousness above all. And I exalt Yahuah above myself. For he is my leader. I am to follow his behavior. That's the direction I follow. Behavior. Allow the HaKodesh to purify your vessel. Ruach HaKodesh, meaning holy breath. Familiar breath, because everything breathes. Everything breathes, and everything has its own intelligence. Everything has its own intelligence. Anything that's shaped or formed through either our intelligence towards it, or shaped or formed through our intelligence towards it, it has its own intelligence. In our vessel, each organ has its own intelligence. Our emotions has its own intelligence. Now, all these things align, create a whole being or completeness. If they're aligned and they're all similarly vibrating at the same frequency, like everything vibrating in alignment. Okay. Oh, okay. So this section is vibrating at the same frequency as this section, or this hemisphere is vibrating at the same frequency as this hemisphere. Well, you start understanding the way that things work. And I mean, it's in the word. It really is in the word, which is why he tells us, like, because it's dangerous. So this is why everything is so hidden. Because this stuff, these invisible laws still work even without your understanding. And if it's working within you without your understanding, then you'll never be able to perceive salvation. And because you'll be deceived into falling into the trap of concentrating on things that serve you no purpose at all. Like, personally, I don't concentrate on things that don't serve the Most High's purpose. You know, if I seeking a helpmate, that does serve the Most High's purpose. However, if the helpmate serves the Most High, seeking to help or serve others, like, when you create a vessel, when people out here are just willy-nilly having children, that's really not how we're supposed to be. When you intentionally create a vessel and sculpt it for the Most High, which is your children, you intentionally create vessels that serve the usage or that serve the Ruach HaKodesh to, and to guide that vessel until it's mature, that it may go out here and be fruitful. That's really how we're supposed to think about everything. When a husband obtains a wife, she might be rough around the edges. She might still need some instruction and guidance. You mold and instruct that vessel so that when she carries the young vessels that are for the Most High, that she's teaching them correctly to serve the Most High and to serve the household. In return, you serve her, and like you serve her and the children and the land. Serve the land as well. Serve the community as well. But it all balances out if you start thinking harmoniously and stop thinking selfishly. By no means am I supposed to be self-absorbed when I am serving the Most High, Yahuah. I'm in no shape, all right? Neither are you. But read Zechariah. Just read the whole thing, though. Read the whole thing. I came to that verse because of how people are acting today, which is nobody wants to hear it. If you are righteous and elect, the righteous and elect are open for correction. They have an open heart. They don't have, adamant, rocky hearts. They don't. They're like, their hearts are open. My heart is open for correction. If my heart is open for correction, the Most High, He lives to see who's going to serve Him, serve righteousness, serve righteous behavior. Yeah, when we out here and we looking at all this stuff that's going on, I observe it, but why would I just, I'm not about to give all these iniquities my attention. If it's in my vicinity, I'm aware of it. However, the Most High has instructed me to keep my silence, as Yahushua did when, iniquity was abound. He kept his silence. He didn't really react or respond to it. He just allowed it to happen. He allowed it. We're supposed to allow stuff to happen. And don't interrupt them. If they want to do what they want to do, allow them. Their judgment is coming. Matter of fact, their judgment is already there. You just don't see it, but it's there. The Most High The moment you commit an iniquity has already judged you, and with malice intent. And when you commit iniquity with malice intent, malice, like no care in the world, no concern for others in the world. When you include others in your iniquity, that's malice intention. You know, you're not saving them. You're not you know, keep keep the Most High on your mind throughout your responses and reactions. Keep the Most High on your mind. And what he'll do is purify your intention. He'll purify your behavior as you move along. I mean, that's what he's been doing for me. He's been purifying my behavior as I move along. And sometimes it's at a high frequency, sometimes like more frequent than not. It's more frequent than not. So, like, my frequency is getting better. Frequency is consistency. Like, you know, how often. That's what that is. How often. When you're frequent, that's how often. When you're vibing, that's resonance. Vibration is resonance. What are you resonating with? But you know, I mean, these are just things to think about. And once again, I try to like more so stay out the way and serve the Most High. That's my main job, is stay out the way, serve the Most High. To those that get the message, they get it. To those that don't get the message, let them be. Oh yeah, and if you made it this far, I love you. And if you have any discrepancies about anything I have spoke of, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. I'm open. Oh yeah, and also, don't allow people to disrupt your vessel. Don't allow people to disrupt your vibration. And then if it is disrupted, intentionally disrupt your own vibration so you could reset. Like I said, I'm not a servant if I don't correct y'all. I'm not a servant of the Most High if I don't do what the Most High instructs. Even in my own iniquities, I'm still supposed to like praise him, serve him, and ask him to correct my vessel. And then also to ask y'all to correct my vessel, and I'm to correct y'all vessel. And, we all exalt each other. Take no glory for yourselves. Serve the Most High, Yahuah. Give all glory to the Most High, Yahuah. That's how you serve. Give all glory and praises to him. If I'm telling you how special you are, that's not service to the Most High at all. Now, if I'm telling you how special you are to him, that's service to the Most High, and I get it. But sometimes people need to be reprimanded and corrected. And so far, that's really my job for now anyway, until the Most High delivers me something else to talk to y'all about. But until then, all praises to the Most High. I love y'all. And also, if you're new here to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And try not to, Try not to get bored. Try not to get bored with my teaching. Because, you know, y'all never know what I might come out with. You feel me? Just hang tight.